Hey guys, welcome back to more political chatter. Today we will be talking about this new poll from Emerson College that shows 6 of the 7 battleground states exactly tied. Now, what are the chances of this? I don't know, but it just goes to show how tight this election is. This really is right now getting closer and closer to a toss-up election right now. We'll see how this changes, as election day approaches, as the race changes. But as of right now, it is right near a toss-up election. I think that Kamala Harris is slightly favored, but it seriously can go either way. And this new Emerson poll, this new Emerson College poll, their B-rated pollster, this highlights just that fact. So in Arizona, in North Carolina, in Nevada, in Michigan, in Pennsylvania, in Wisconsin, it's tied. In Georgia, Donald Trump has a 2-point lead. You can see it. This is their, of course, more official, numbers thing, whatever, their little diagram, their bar graph here, and you can see they call it a dead heat in the 7 key states. I mean, even Georgia, the one state where they aren't tied, where Donald Trump has a lead of 2%, even in that one, it's extremely narrow, well within the margin of error. Trump is only ahead by 2% now, and is also very close. So when it comes to this poll, I mean, I won't talk about it too much. I only make videos now about A-rated pollsters, if it's, saying how well Kamala Harris or Donald Trump are doing. But this one's special. And, I won't go into it because, who knows, these margins are so tight. Like, if I did say something, it would be that Kamala Harris likes to see North Carolina now tied. Obviously, that's going to be very good for her. The fact that it is on the same level as Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, these more Democratic states. But Georgia, that one is not good for Donald Trump. That one is not good for Kamala Harris. That is good for Donald Trump. He clearly is favored to win the state of Georgia. Definitely not certain to win, but he is pulling away more and more in Georgia. Absolutely favored to win there. So again, in these battleground states, it is a dead heat. Just insane. I mean, it's unbelievable, frankly, coming from a pollster like Emerson College, very reputable, well-known pollster, to see 6 of the 7 battleground states tied. I mean, that is so many electoral votes. With, data like that, we have no idea who's going to win the election. Again, that's Nevada, Arizona, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin. That's 6 battleground states total, and then Georgia is lean. The rest of the state, the margins in the states, those are all my current forecasts right now. These are all my predictions across these states. But if you remove these 6 states, no one is even near 270. We have no grasp of who's going to win the election. Kamala Harris is at 226, and then Donald Trump, with his addition of Georgia, which is critical for him, he is at 235. You need 270 to win. So Donald Trump is closer, and he's still 35 electoral votes away. He is still a ways away from getting to 270. I mean, he would have to win North Carolina probably. Pennsylvania would probably be the path, and then that's 270 there. But if he doesn't get Pennsylvania, then you would have to get something like Arizona, plus Nevada, and then you're not even there yet, plus Michigan. So the path is very difficult for Donald Trump. Even he is in the lead. You can just imagine, Kamala Harris as well. This poll doesn't really tell us anything about the 2024 race. But again, it seriously is just such a toss-up election right now. I mean, with these kind of numbers, you can only imagine, as I was saying before, what sort of paths to victory each candidate have. This is not helpful at all. And honestly, it's looking more and more like that when you look at all the polling across the nation. I mean, just look at this top row here. Those are the Senate poll. I'm sorry, no, not the Senate polls. The presidential polls in the top row there. As we slide, you can see who is leading in the average of polls in each state. Again, just the top row, ignore the Senate polls on the bottom row. But you can see in North Carolina, it's exactly even, and that is that's the average of polls. The average to the 10th of the percentage point is even. Nevada is Democrat plus 1. Arizona, Trump is ahead by 1. Georgia, Trump is ahead by 1. Pennsylvania, Harris is ahead by 1. Michigan, Harris is ahead by 2. Wisconsin. I always mix those up. I don't know why. I guess they're kind of reversed when you flip them upside down. But Wisconsin, Harris up by 2. Michigan, Harris up by 3. Those are the 7 most critical battleground states. I mean, I can't stress enough how unusual, how the closeness of these states are. Yes, they're battleground states for a reason. They could go either way. But guys, I'm telling you, polls like this are not normal. Polls are going to, overestimate a candidate usually. They're never this even if the result is this close in the end. The polls never show a race. The polls never agree really that a race like this is so close. I mean, every single day, more and more polls are saying that this is an incredibly close race, and just the smallest tilt back and forth changes who's in the lead in a state, which is just incredible to think about. I mean, in no election where we have tracked polls, or I don't know, for decades and decades and decades, we have not had an election with so many flips in the direction of polling. So what I mean by that, let's just take a look at North Carolina, for example. North Carolina has gone back and forth in a month and 14 days ago. Trump was ahead by 1. And then, on August 21st, Harris took the lead by 0.2. On August 24th, it was even. On August 25th, Trump took the lead. On August 26th, it was even. On September 10th, it was even. On September 11th, Trump took the lead. On September 12th, Harris took the lead. On September 14th, Trump took the lead. On September 18th, Harris took the lead. On September 19th, Trump took the lead. And today, it is once again even. It's unbelievable. It truly is unbelievable. Just the closeness, the agreed, the agreed closeness of the margins of these states. I mean, all of these polls, for once in my lifetime at least, have the polls only, or all agreed, that a race is so close across these battleground states. Not in one, but it's the same situation goes for all of these battleground states. The only time this has happened is in 2024. This race is just so incredibly close. It's it's crazy that we're living in a time like this. This will truly be a historic election when it comes to the close margin of the race, and it matters so much to vote in this election. It really does, because who knows how close some of these margins will be. Then you've got the 538 forecast, 56 to 44. This isn't it. You never see a 538 make a race this close. Mind you, don't associate this with margins, right? Harris isn't going to win by 12 percentage points. That's not what it's saying. It's saying when you pick red and blue rocks out of a hat, 56% of the time, or 56 times, it will be blue. That is incredibly close. You can see all of these simulations here where Harris wins just over 270 electoral votes. Just a stunning turn of events. So what it all means is that there are so many paths to victory for Kamala Harris and Donald Trump in this election. If we, simply have very little grasp on how these states will go. Now, we do have quite a bit of grasp looking at looking at election results in the past. We do know that the Rust Belt is traditionally Democratic, and that Kamala Harris will be able to turn out, these regular Democratic voters that, maybe some of them turned to Trump in 2016 instead of Hillary, but Kamala Harris will win a good amount of them back. So I feel comfortable putting the Rust Belt states as Harris states. I wouldn't be surprised if all of them are tilt, meaning less than 1%. But honestly, beyond that, it's very difficult to know. I'm pretty certain on these states, not really Wisconsin. Trump could very well win Wisconsin there. But beyond that, it's very difficult to characterize the rest of these states. As I said before, Georgia looks good for Trump, and Arizona looks good for Trump. I think he wins both of those. I would say that Harris is slightly favored in Nevada. That could go either way, though. And I think that she is slightly favored in North Carolina, but that one could absolutely go either way. I currently, I wouldn't say this is my prediction. I think that she does win Wisconsin. Iowa winning 292 to 246. That's pretty close, but you guys, if Pennsylvania goes red, then that's a whole different ballgame, because then Trump is at 265. He just needs 5 more to win. That could be through Wisconsin, or it could be through Nevada. It is so hard to tell. It really is. But just watching this video, if you enjoyed it, make sure to leave your thoughts in the comments down below. That helps out a lot. Subscribe if you haven't already. Definitely, that's important. And I will see you all next time.